guys, this is Marina, beginner artist from South Africa, and I'm trying to figure out how this whole thing works. I've been recording this evening. Anyway, I'm going to go straight into my swipe. I am using, as I'm a beginner artist, so I am only using craft paints and affordable paints. Getting my paints at Builder's Warehouse. For those of you, it's like a Home Depot. I'm going to get straight into my video, and believe me, you want to protect your clothing. I had paint everywhere. As a beginner artist, you definitely want to buy cheaper paint, try out different techniques, but also protect your walls, guys. I've actually just got those black refuse bags. I've taped them onto the wall, especially when I use a blow dryer. It's crazy because everything gets messed. So here goes. Bear with me. Thank you. Okay, so what I've done is I've just flooded my canvas. I mix my paints, especially the whites or the colors that I use more often, into these jars, which you get at any well, most stores, but I bought those near Boulders. It's called Store and More. They do a whole lot of plastic containers. I also got these little containers from them, so it's all good. Okay, I'm doing another blue swipe with some silver, so I'm using different shades of blue, midnight blue, mod blue, deep blue, duck egg blue, silver and white. Okay, so I'm going to start with my darkest color just to put the line down, and I've mixed just a drop or two of silicone into my paints. I'm hoping I got my consistency right. I've been struggling getting because some of the paints are thicker than others, even though it's the same make, the color seems to be a bit different. So right, I'm going to go from corner to corner, and I like, well, it's abstract art, so it doesn't really have to be perfect, but I'm just going to pour a line across there. Right, now I'm going to go with a lighter color. On both sides. Oops. Right, then I'm going to go with my mod blue. Okay, the consistency seems a lot better than I had the first time I did this, because it was bleeding. You could see it was just way too thin. I added way too much water, and it was just too thin. And now this is the deep blue. So I'm going dark light, just to try and get some sort of variation. It's fine if the white comes up underneath, because this gives you cells. Right, and now I'm going to do some silver. I've also already mixed the silver. I was at the end of the bottle. This is a duller metallic silver. I don't know if you can see that. Duller metallic silver. So I've just mixed a bit of water and that craft glue into it, and I'm hoping the consistency is okay. Right. Okay. I think we have enough paint on there. Did I use all the colours I wanted to? I think so. And my white keeps dropping down. I still don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe my other paints are too thick. I really don't know. But anyway, let's try just adding a bit more white down the middle here. It's starting to be. Okay, today I bought these magnets for my window, and it came with this flimsy, quite firm. So I'm going to use this to swipe with. Let's see how it works. I always like trying to find different things to swipe with and see what works and what doesn't. Okay. Oops, just a little corner there. Okay, I've got my sheeting down here, sorry, my paper towel, so you can just wipe that right off. And I'm going to use this side for the corner, for this edge here. Not too bad. I'm going to have to try and do something here on this corner because I sort of skipped a little bit. Try and put it onto the white. And just use the point here to try and bring some of that through. It's not ideal, that corner, but I'm loving the cell action. Okay, let's do, not too bad. Loving what's happening here. Sure. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm quite impressed. Right, let's try and do the same thing. Oh gosh, that white just gone again. I have to put some more white down. Start on this end. Difficult to see, the lighting in here is not very good. Starting to wiggle. Gosh, that wasn't ideal because I'm finding I've got stuff in the way here, like my tripod, and it's just a bit difficult to swipe all the way down there. And I have to do that again, maybe turn the canvas around. No, definitely going to have to do this side again. I'm going to just turn the canvas around. Okay, I've turned my canvas around and I'm just going to swap over. I think I've got enough paint on here. I'm hoping I'm not going to ruin everything now. I just washed that off because it was very messy. This piece of plastic that I'm using, foam, I'm not sure what you call it again. Right, I'm going to just dip into there where there's quite a bit of white. It's very difficult working with a big swipe tool because you need to make sure that you're covering everything. Slow. Apparently that's the trick to a swipe. You gotta go slowly. Oh, why is this not working on this corner then? I have to do the same thing I did on that side. No, I'm just messing that up now. Right, and then this corner here. I think I want to just definitely get to the end of this. So I think I'm going to have to swipe with something smaller. Where's my swiping things? Here we go. I've cut that sort of into strips as well. So I think that's going to be a bit easier to maneuver. I'm just going to go in there, in the white. Hold thumbs. That it actually carries the paint through. So much better. Yay, it's looking good. I'm going to do next to it as well, that I can try and cover this piece. I actually prefer the smaller bits instead of a solid line, that you can have a bit of a jagged edging here. And slowly swipe. See how those cells are just forming as you swipe? It's pretty cool. That was better. Okay. See, this comes with practice, guys. This is one of my favorite swipes so far. I've done 3, this is the 3rd one, and I just love what's happening. But I'm going to do the same thing over here on this corner as I did here, because I don't like what happened there. Let me just position myself. It's difficult to go straight when you're working with your left hand and you're not left-handed and at a strange angle. There we go. That looks cool. I'm actually quite pleased with this as a first attempt anyway. Not too much filling. I'm going to use my heat gun to break any bubbles, and maybe some more cells might pop up. Apparently the hotter it gets, if you get too close, you'll get small little cells forming, which you don't really want. So you heat it up and then you wait. Make sure you've burst any bubbles. Some of them will also be bubbles that you've popped. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. What do you think? I'm going to fix my corners and edges, obviously. But there you go. Pretty cool. Definitely liking this one the most. Okay, what I wanted to do, which I did with the other 2 swipes, I almost forgot. Not that this needed it, but just because they're going to be on the same wall, all different shades of the blue and the different technique of swipe, or the different tool used for swiping, is I just swipe through like that, just for a little bit of an extra effect, especially because I had too much white on my one canvas in the middle and it just looked like this hard line, and this sort of just gave it a bit of a cool effect. The one I took all the way through, this one I'm just doing shorter bits. I don't know, if you like it, let me know. I'm not sure how it's going to dry, but everyone to their own, I guess. You can try it, see what you think, and I quite like it. It just gives it a different look. So that's it. Thank you, guys. I'm actually loving this. I love these colours together. Really loving it. I think the silver looks a bit grey, and mixed with that midnight blue, it almost looks black. So the midnight blue looks black, and the silver and the white mixed together, it gives it that grey effect. But let's see what happens when it dries, and I will show you the end result. Thank you so much.